All right. Good afternoon, veterans, VA constituents, and so forth. What I want to talk to you about this evening, it is 3:34 Central Standard Time where I'm at here in the city of Forest City, Arkansas, and I am Greg Harris. What I want to talk to you about today is VA rating reductions. Now, you are not fully protected from being reduced in your rating until you hit the 20-year mark, meaning that you've had that rating for 20 years or more. So, to give an example of what I'm talking about, I seen letters and I'm hearing veterans who are 100% and they turn in a claim uh, while they're 100%, even including P and T. Every time you turn in a claim for any issue, let's say I turned in a claim now for tinnitus and I'm already receiving a rating, the VA opens up your claim files to check on all of your claims that you have. So let's say even if I'm going for 10% on tinnitus and I already have 90% that I'm service connected for, the VA is not only going to look at the claim that I have for tinnitus, but they're going to look at everything that I already have inside my C file. They're going to say, well, you're 50% for this. When did you get it? Is there any sign of improvement? Now, we all know that according to the VA law itself, it takes two or more consistent exams of improvement to reduce your rating. They can't just take one rating and say, well, uh, you improve so well doing this one rating and submit it and say, well, we're going to reduce. You can't do that. Um, and barely and rarely in the second case where they take two exams and but they usually are like back-to-back exams or maybe 1 to 2 years out between that. If they can see a significance, then you may get a rating reduction or put in for a rating reduction. Now, here's the reason why I'm making this video is because before the VA can reduce your rating, I don't care if they reduce you from 100 down to 10, 100 down to 0, taking you from 70 down to 30, 70 down to 10, 90 down to 0, or 90 down to nothing at all. Before the VA can reduce your rating, before the VA can reduce my rating, they must inform you that they're going to reduce your rating. Now, why is this important? This is where I should have put the title of the video is why it's important to respond to the VA. You have 60 days to respond to the VA, actually 30 days, and another 30 days to get additional information into the VA, but 30 days to respond to the VA once they say they're going to send you that letter or contact you saying that they're reducing your rating. The best option that you have is two things. Number one, respond. Do not throw it in the corner like a bill that you just refuse to pay or you don't want to pay or whatever have. Respond to the letter. They're going to send it to you, respond it. Second thing is automatically do file for a hearing. That's going to be your best option uh, to stop them from doing what they're trying to do, which is reduce your rating. The reason why you want to put in a hearing is because they cannot reduce your rating until after they put in the hearing. Until the hearing is over with and they've exhausted all the methods for evidence for you, the veteran. Now, I've never seen it and I've never heard it. So if anybody tell me, unless they can prove it to me, they'll be fibbing. But I've never seen anyone who responded and put in for a hearing and still got reduced before the hearing, unless you didn't respond within the 30 days. Now, that's just straight silliness. But if you responded within the 30 days and they got it, and you showed that you wanted to request a hearing, they cannot reduce you until that hearing. Notice of reduction is just that, a notice. That doesn't mean that you are reduced. They like I said, they can't reduce you until you do the hearing. If you go the smart route to put the hearing, which is the delay tactic, um, on your hearing, on your claim. Now, once you receive the hearing, you don't, just like any other hearing with the BVA, you won't receive the results the same day. You usually receive the results anywhere between 6 months to a year later, some even a little bit later than that. But we here in COVID time, so don't expect anything too quick. What that means to you is the longer it takes for them to make a decision, that's fine, because you get your rating the same. They cannot reduce you until they responded to what you've asked them to respond to, which is your hearing. And after they made that hearing, I've seen where they've taken, well, we've used a delay tactic. Well, I've used a delay tactic with a veteran that they've decided that they wanted to reduce, and we scheduled a hearing. Well, the hearing was going so long that the VA sent a letter to the veteran saying, "Look, this has been going on so long. We're backlogged. The hearing just going to take too long. We're going to scrap the reduction, uh, and your VA benefits continue the same. No increase, no reduction, no nothing. It just stays the same. You get to keep your blah blah blah. Whatever you receiving every monthly is unchanged." Awesome. The delay tactic worked. Once you receive something from the VA, you want to respond to it, and you want to respond to it in the appropriate manner. If you receive a notice of rating reduction, you can contact us at 870-494-3005, which is the main number here, or you can come by at 500 South Russell Street, Ford City, Arkansas, 72335, which is our actual location. And we will be able to assist you in a filing for that hearing, which is, we'll call it the delay tactic, to stop you from getting your rating reduction. Meantime, while we're doing that, we're going to look at every single piece of evidence that we can get our hands on to see why they wanted to reduce your rating. Maybe you're not going to the doctors enough. Maybe you going to the doctor and you're not telling them the right things. Maybe you're not being treated for what you're being service connected for, but you are going to the doctor. If that's the case, then uh, either you have the disability or you don't. We don't want to play games with the VA, because the VA is not our friend. I have a VA rating, and the VA is not my friend. So I'm not going to poke the bear, so to speak. We're going to go in and get those claims, get the evidence that where they're going to say, hey, you know, they're going to tell you, they're going to tell you right off the bat, we see no activity. You filed this claim for tinnitus, but yet you have a 60% VA rating for GERD. You had no activity on GERD since you got that rating. You're not taking any medication, or you're not reordering the medication. You're not doing anything in regards to that. And they're going to look for ways to show that you've improved. And if you improved, and you haven't been taking your medication, or you haven't been getting treated for it, you're done. Yes, they can reduce you off of filing a claim for tinnitus. A simple claim for tinnitus can get you messed up. I'm not telling you not to file claims. I'm saying that beware that each and every time you file a claim, you open the VA opens your C file, and they see, what else does this veteran have going for them? And they answer that question the best way they can. They're human beings just like us. They make mistakes. Sometimes they F up, sometimes they do good, and they give us what we earned, what we filed for is which is what we earned, and sometimes they defer it, and it's months, years that we don't hear back from the deferred. And I've seen where people have deferred uh, claims and never got it answered. And you contact the VA and be like, hey, what's the deal? Usually when they defer, they're supposed to be in the evidence uh, gathering phase. And we all know that the VA's duty to assist sucks. Sometimes, hey, their duty to assist is basically we look for the records, we couldn't find it, so they don't exist. Or we look for the records and we couldn't find it, or we found something close to it, but it's not enough evidence. Or, very rarely is it too much evidence, but, I'm like, this is not porridge. This is something, either you have the evidence or you don't, and you took it into accountability or you did not take it into accountability. Do not put yourself in position to get your rating reduced. Either you have a diagnosis, which is in uh, and the VA's idea of a current diagnosis is within 12 months, the last 12 months. So today is January 11th, 2022. Current to the VA means that diagnosis that I'm filing for has fallen within the window of January 11th, 2021 to today's date, which is the 12-month period. That is what they consider current. 12 months, within the last 12 months. So respond. Respond if you receive a letter or a notification saying that they're going to reduce your rating. Respond. That's the most important thing you can do, is to respond to that letter. Get yourself to a responsible VSO and say, hey, sir, ma'am, have whatever fits the bill. This is what the VA sent me. Plan on reducing my rating. Sit yourself down, and once you're done, make a donation to the cause, to the person that assisted you, if you choose to do so. I know it'd be greatly appreciated, and they'll assist you and move on. Now, I just said that, but that doesn't mean if you don't make a donation that you won't get assistance as well. So don't. Ooh, Greg said if we don't donate, we ain't gonna get no. No, I'm not saying it. I said if you choose to make a donation, your donation will be greatly appreciated. But you can still come down and see us, still give us a call, and we'll put your uh, the necessary uh, paperwork in to answer the rating reduction as it stands, and we take it straight as it is on the paper. If it says that, hey, you ain't been going to the doctor enough, we got evidence. We get the evidence to prove that you have been going to the doctor. By way of you been going to the doctor, maybe they saw it, just didn't take it into consideration, or maybe they just looking to reduce you and they just overlooked it, and we had to give it to them. And VA, we want to use rationale with them, just like we hope they use rationale with us, and say, hey, okay, well, he or she has been going to the doctor, so we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt and we won't reduce. Now, in the event that you do get reduced, we can appeal it. So if you go from 100 to 0, we can appeal that as well. So what happens if they do reduce me, Greg? And we did the delay tactic. We did the hearing, it came back and they still reduced. What we do then? We appeal it. We appeal. We take the necessary avenue of appeal that fits your situation, not your cousin's situation, not your mother's situation, not your brother, not your auntie, but we take the one that fits your situation and we go from there. And we appeal, and hopefully we win the appeal. We put the necessary evidence in and we go from there. So if you receive a VA rating reduction letter saying that they're going to reduce you down the rating, bring that letter to us, contact us, or just answer it yourself and then let us know, and we'll go from there. But do not just do nothing. That's the worst thing you can do, is to sit back and do nothing. Do something, and trust me, you will get ahead. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.